So this is going to be several segments of the two computers. So this is my old computer here. This is a AMD system. So I won't be able to change the CPUs over, but I can change pretty much everything else over that's required. And if I just press the button on here, we can see starts up. I don't actually have a hard drive in on this at the moment, but you can see it activates the monitor and that works fine. So if I just turn this off now, I'll take the power lead and put it into the other power supply. So we'll just take this out of here and put it into this power supply. So it's the same power source in, so it can't be the lead that's the problem. If you look here, you'll see that the on-off button is not illuminated. Clicking the switch turns it on, so power is being supplied to the motherboard. If I press the button on the front of the case, there's no activation, and if I press the on-off button here, again no activation. The first thing that was requested for me to do is clear CMOS, so I'll just use this to press the button at the front, which is here. So I'll press it there, and now we'll press it again, and still it's dead. So this would either conclude that the power button at the front is not working, this power button here is not working, the RAM stick there is not working, the power supply is not working, or the CPU is not working. So the first and fastest to change is this RAM stick, so we'll just move this into the other first slot, although this should not make any difference. So that's just moving into here, and push that in. So that's seated. Again, front button, nothing. Just putting down the bottom here, nothing. So one might say that this RAM stick is dead, so we'll take this RAM stick out, and we use the other brand new RAM stick and seat that guy into the CPU here, not CPU, the motherboard. If I have it right around, tends to help. So we'll just do that. So that's seated in, front button, CPU button, nothing. And just for completeness, put in the next RAM start over. So this will prove, well, unless the RAM is dead, which I very much doubt, that the RAM is fine. So there you go, see it in, front button, nothing, bottom button, nothing. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to unhook the power supply in this PC and use it to power this PC to check the power supply is functional. So I've just got this power supply here, got the wire running over into this motherboard, and we can see that the computer is booting up, or is running. I don't think it's, oh there it goes, should boot the, oh it hasn't, it may well be the power supply. Oh, I know why the graphics card isn't starting up, it's because it's not plugged in. Let me just plug, oh, that's wrong, power supply. Let me just find this guy and plug this into the graphics card there. And that should just fire up the graphics card. And if I just get the mouse, something it should. We'll restart the computer. Because there is no hard drive in this, so it might be just something like, there you go, so the monitor's now on. So this power supply powers this PC. So the next thing to try is the reverse, the power supply in this PC into the new motherboard. So I'll just do that. So I've now put this power supply over into this computer. I had to turn the other computer around just to get the length. Again, we have the LED and the power switch on. So if I press that, nothing happens. So now what I'm going to do is the supply at the front. Let's check this. Yep, that's on the side there, and the button here. Again, we get nothing coming through. So again, we'll just change the RAM, and instead of using the RAM, the new RAM, we'll use the RAM from the old computer here. So I'll just take this 4 gig stick out of this. 1 second. Like so. And we'll plug it into the first slot here. Like so. And power. Get nothing. Power from the front. Get nothing. Yep, that should be correct. So this one should do nothing, yeah. So we seem to still not have power to any of the fans or anything in the new computer. So we'll just again move the RAM across just to check that it's not something silly like the wrong board. Again, we'll press this. Nothing. Front. Nothing. And again, we'll just clear CMOS just for all the tests. There we go. Nothing. And nothing. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the motherboard from the case, so it will just be on an insulating material, which will just be the top of this, which will be the bed here. So that'll be in a second.